Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Salma Abdul Sattar, Assistant Professor in Political Science, JP Arts Science Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. Dear viewers, I welcome you all in the session of Rights of Minorities in India. Today is 18th December 2023 and this day is dedicated for celebration of Minorities Rights Day. Dear viewers, the objective or aim to celebrate Minorities Rights Day is there. This day is celebrated for seeking to uphold freedom and equal opportunities for minorities as well as raise awareness of those rights. It means ये दिन जो आज सेलिब्रेट किया जा रहा है 18 दिसंबर को, इसका मकसद ही यही है कि इनकी फ्रीडम और इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी जो माइनॉरिटीज़ की हैं उसके ताल्लुक से हमको समाज में ख़ासतौर से माइनॉरिटीज़ के अंदर अवेयरनेस लाना है कि उनके फ्रीडम क्या है, उनके राइट्स क्या है, उनकी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ क्या है, व्हाट आर द प्रिविलेजेस अवेलेबल बाय गवर्नमेंट, बाय कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, बाय नेशनल माइनॉरिटीज़ कमीशन. The selection of the date, there is a motto for the selection of date, that is it was on 18th December 1992. There was declaration on individuals' rights belonging to religious, linguistic, national or ethnic minorities was adopted and broadcast by the United Nations. Means on this historical day of 1992, there was declaration by United Nations for the entire minorities of the world on the basis of religion, language, national or ethnic. They declared so many rights for the minorities in the year 1992. From that day to till date, Minorities Rights Day is celebrated on 18th December every year in the world. There is significance of Minorities Day. First one is treating minority groups, means how we are treating the minority groups. It is very important to recognize or give a separate identity on the basis of cultural and religious base, and they must be respected, protected and upheld by the state and individual territories. Means in the entire world there are so many minorities on the basis of their culture, their national status, their religious identity. They should be treating as a minority groups first. The second significance of Minorities Rights Day is harmony between majority and minority. It means the day is observed to encourage religious harmony, respect and a deeper understanding between majority group and minority communities. It means in a country if two communities are living together, that is majority communities means upper class and the minority community means lower people, they both should have religious harmony, respect and deeper understanding with each other. This is the main motto or significance of Minorities Rights Day. Third one is highlight the role of minorities. The day raises interest, awareness and political will for promoting and belief that minorities are important and contribute to the development of society and the state. Here we can see the minorities are the very important and integral part of any community, any society and any state. It is the duty of the government, it is duty of the state to give them protection for their interest and making them aware and know their political will. It is the first and foremost duty of each and every country. Before proceeding further, we should know who are the minorities in India. Minorities are a group of people having lesser numeric strength than the major group. Within those classification in terms of their practices, race, religion, ethnicity or other characteristics. Means if we wanted to know about Indian minorities, then we should keep in mind about their numeric strength. Means how much quantity is there of quantity of a group of people. It is very important to identify who are the minorities. Again, there is their practices, their race, their religion, language, their other characteristics. On the basis of that, we should recognize first who are the minorities. Then if we are talking about India, then in India minorities are there who are recognized by National Commission of Minorities Act 1992. Who are the minorities? Then the minorities in India are Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, Buddhists, Jain and Zoroastrians, that is Parsis. They are notified as minority community under section 2C of National Commission of Minorities Act 1992. And if we see the total population in the country, their population is 19.3%. This is the ratio. While living in India, these minorities are facing so many challenges. We can see. First challenge is there, which as a minority we are facing, that is religious discrimination. Minorities face discrimination in public life, especially in the field of employment in private sector. So far as government sector is concerned, their quota is fixed on the basis of their caste, their class, their creed, race, religion, language, sex, status. They have so many protection in public sector. But so far as private sector is concerned, they face discrimination in public life on the basis of their minority status. Second challenge they are facing, the stereotyping. Stereotyping means minorities are stereotyped in society by associating them with practices that may have been associated with their groups. Minorities, there is a label, there is a stereotyping on the minority community people that ये तो ऐसे ही हैं, ये ऐसे ही रहेंगे. Just like that, there is a labeling. They can't do anything because they are minorities. We are my majority. We can do whatever we wanted to do. This is the tendency in the society, particularly in the public sector, particularly in private sector. Then in this group, people are facing too much problems because of having minority status. Again, there is independent identity. Minorities have the task of protecting their independent identity by not falling prey to majoritarian views. Means in the views of majority community, minorities they don't have any independent and separate identity. They are not treating as minority group from the majority point of view. Means that they don't have any status, any patronage, respect from the majority side. Along with there is a challenge of vote bank politics. It is very important part in Indian politics. Majority groups are treated them as vote bank only. Political parties without doing anything for them in return, they are asking votes. And minority community is there in the eyes of political parties especially. They are just like treated as vote bank and politicians are using them and throw them out from the practical politics. They don't have a right to be elected or selected or nominated by the political parties because they are belonging to minority community. Along with there is a biggest challenge in Indian politics so far as minorities are concerned, communal rights. The majority of communal rights in India occur between religious groups, one of them being the majority. This creates a difficult situation for them to exist. Since independence, since 1947 to 2023, if we can see the history of communal rights, then there is a long list of communal rights which occurred in India on the basis of a majority or minority or caste or class basis. So many communal rights occurred, and majority community all the time exploit or violate the rights of minority community. This is the history anybody can see in India. Again, there is a challenge, lack of representation in administration. Minority community representation is very less in administration of the country according to their population ratio. They don't have any privilege, any opportunity to represent their status in the administration. Again, there is a problem of poverty and social backwardness. So far as minority community is concerned, they all the time are the victim of poverty, and thus is socio-economically very backward, and they are facing, because of poverty or social backwardness, so many problems in the society before the government. There are so many measures to uphold the rights of minorities in India. Minorities have constitutional rights. Article 14 is there, which is given protection to each and every minorities in India. Right of citizens to equality before law and equal protection of laws. Means each and every person, whether majority community people or minority community people, they both have equality before law. They all are equal before the eyes of law, and they have equal status, equal protection by law, as so far as Article 14 is concerned. Article 15 also gives protection to the minority community by saying that it prohibits discrimination against citizens on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. This is also one of the kind of protection or privilege or measures taken by Indian government, Indian Constitution. Article 16 of Constitution is saying that it provides equal opportunity for all citizens in matters relating to employment or appointment to any office under the state. Means equal opportunity is provided to each and every person, whether he or she is belonging to majority or minority community. Again, Article 25 is there, which is giving right to freedom of conscience and freely profess, practice and propagate their own religion. Means the right to religion is there for every person, whether he or she may be belonging to majority or minority group. Article 26 is there for the protection of rights of minorities, freedom to manage religious affairs for all religious groups. Means every religious group, whether they are from majority community or minority community, they have freedom to manage their religious affairs. Same is the case with Article 27 of Indian Constitution. It provides protection for freedom against paying taxes for promotion and maintenance of any particular religion and religious denomination. Means there is exemption from paying taxes for every religious community, whether it is minority or majority community. Again, Article 28 is there. It provides individuals freedom to attend religious instructions or religious worship in educational institution is maintained, and all minorities are enjoying the fruits of Article 28 for the protection of their educational institutions, particularly religious worship, particularly they can run religious instructions and religious worships in their educational institution. Article 29 is giving the protection of all communities in India. It provides that any group in India having a distinct language, script or culture of its own will have the right to conserve the same. Means here is also the protection of language, script or culture of a majority community as well as minority community. Again, there is Article 30 which is saying that all minorities have the right to establish and administer the educational institutions of their own. The state shall not discriminate against granting aid to institutions managed by the minority. We are also very lucky to have the religious or linguistic based minority community institution, that is Jadid Anjuman-e-Talim, and because of Article 30 we are enjoying and taking protection of minorities' rights, and we are running our educational institution or administering as per our own choice, even though the government is granting aid, but we are managing our institution as per our right. Article 30. Article 350B is saying that it creates the Office of Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities in India. Means a special officer is nominated to give protection to the minorities on linguistic basis in India. These are the measures taken by the government of India. So many other measures are there. There is an institution for protecting minorities' rights in India. First one is Ministry of Minority Affairs is there. This ministry was carved out of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment in 2006. From 2006, the Ministry of Minority Affairs aims to carry out developmental programs for minority religious communities and minority linguistic communities in India, and we are taking the benefit of it being a minority community people. It also works towards the formulation of overall policy and planning, coordination, evaluation and review of the regulatory framework and development program for the benefits of minority communities. Again, there is National Commission for Minorities. National Commission for Minorities is a statutory body set up under the National Commission for Minorities Act of 1992. It has composition that all the members must belong to minority community. The composition includes chairman, he must be from minority community, a vice chairman, he also belonging to minority community. 5 members to be nominated by central government, they are also belonging to minority community, from amongst persons of immense ability and integrity. Then this is the composition of National Commission for Minorities, and it is working very successfully since 1992 to till date, and giving protection to the rights of minorities in India. Again, the functions of National Commissions for Minority. Then the Commission functions 12 to evaluate the progress. It means the Commission looks to evaluate the progress of the minorities under the Union and states. Means all the Union government and all the states and all the Union territories which are running under the central government, all the activities are evaluated by the National Commission of Minorities. This is the first function, to evaluate the progress. Second one is checking safeguard. The Commission looks to check the working of the safeguards provided in the Constitution and in laws enacted by Parliament and state legislature. Means it is the first and foremost duty of National Commission for Minorities to give safeguard to the minorities and to check whether they are getting the rights or not, which is granted by Constitution, which is granted by laws, which are enacted by Indian Parliament and state legislature. Again, there is a function that is evaluate complaint. Means if any complaint is coming to the Minorities Commission, then it is the duty of the Commission to look after and give the safeguard to the minorities community. There is another function, that is carrying out research. The Commission conducts studies, research and analysis on the issues concerning the socio-economic and educational development of minorities. And there is a function of report to the government. The Commission sends special reports to the central government on any matter pertaining to minorities. These are the functions of Minority Commission of India. To conclude, in conclusion, we can say that minorities are important constituents and stakeholders in a country like India, and to give them protection of their rights is the duty of the government. The Minority Community Rights Day can sensitize citizens about the importance of protecting minority rights. Here we would like to give message to all Indian sisters and brothers to give protection to the rights of minorities while living in society. It is our first and foremost duty to give protection to each and every human beings first, especially minority groups. Thank you very much for listening me. Have a nice day. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you very much.